Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I have for you a tier list for the magazines, where of course there would be only tier S and A, and everything else is useless in tier F. But I'm so happy I managed to collect every single magazine, so that's a full collection of all the magazines available in Fallout 76 that you can see in here. So this is all of it. All of the magazines, every single issue. Took me years to complete the challenge. There's a challenge as well to collect them. If you wonder when you can get your own magazines, you can collect them in the world. I do have in my older video a collection path when you can go and pick up different magazines, but as well mysterious magazine packages are dropping now from the raid, which makes it so much easier to collect all the magazines. Now, I will show you them all, but first, what are the best ones? So first, the S-tier magazines. S-tier magazines. And the handful tip that I learned during the live stream, thank you a lot for sharing that. If I want to see what's only on this one display rack, I need to press T to sort it, and now it's this display rack, the best magazine. So less damage from robots, self-explanatory, as currently robots are the strongest enemies, and for people that do farm solo the Guardian or Imposter Ship Squad, this magazines helps a lot paired with Troubleshooter set. And that's not only this one. There are duplicates of the same effect on different magazines. So Awesome Tales 8, then Live and Laugh 9, after that Tesla Science 1. Those are 3 magazines giving less damage from robots, so it's like 1. Those 3 do the same thing, doesn't matter which one you use. Then Guns and Bullets 3, and there is a series of different magazines that gives you 100% critical damage bonus. This one for ballistic guns. This one for plasma guns, so Gatling Plasma, Plasma Caster, Enclave Plasma Rifle, very popular ones to do a lot of damage in VATS. Then to stay on the topic, Tesla Science 7, Energy Gun crit damage, every gun that has in description that it's energy, and then Heavy Gun crit damage, every gun that's classified as heavy will have 100% bonus from this crit damage. After that, Live and Laugh number 8, Absolute Beast, even though the bonus is not huge, but that's experience bonus. Those are precious ones. So people seek those magazines. There used to be better ones for that, were nerfed, so no longer here. And Tesla Science 3 Explosion Size. If you are farming something with Nuka grenades or just want to see hilarious splash when you're firing explosive gun into the water, Tesla Science 3 helps with that. And those are S tier. Then useful magazines. So magazines that are not as great, but useful. Cope gun damage. Every gun with attached scope just flat out a little bit more damage. Then extra meat from animal kills, working very nicely if you are searching for those Scourge Beast brains. Workshop turret damage, really cool to use with turret camp that you can place and kill enemies with. Reduce weapon material cost when you need to craft a lot for scrapping for mods and so on, very useful. Chance for double yield from plants that stacks up with green thumb, so it's awesome. But Wooksman 9 workshop repair cost, if your camp will get absolutely annihilated, you can fix it cheaper, so that's handy. Melee damage, 15%, not a great bonus, but the only thing melee can really use from magazines. Melee weapon condition loss, if you have no room for the perk to reduce the condition loss. Some of the melee weapons like Auto-Axe break fast, it can be useful. Carry weight, like not much, 25, but the backup option. If you have nothing else to do for carry weight, this magazine can help. Grognak the Barbarian 9. After that, laser gun crit damage. I move it to tier A from tier S because, like, Laser guns are not the greatest, and there is not so many of them, so that's a very specific magazine. More scrap from weapons. If you are crafting a lot to then scrap for mods, you can use first the Backwoodsman magazine. Backwoodsman 3 to reduce the cost, and then you can use Guns and Bullets 5 to get more scrap back when you are scrapping them. A good combo. Unscope weapon damage, not a big damage, but works with almost all weapons. Basically, weapon that does not have any scope attached, it will work. And max health on a team. Yeah, why not? If you really need to be a little bit more tanky, kind of useful. AP regen when in a team, it is equivalent to company T AP regen, so that's a good AP regen. That's why it's useful. Item degradation modifier, that's for everything. For weapon, armor to break a little bit slower, useful. Tesla Science for fusion core duration, mainly to use power armor and VATS. You will reduce how much fusion core is being drained when you are using VATS, useful. Heavy weapon ammo consumption, self-explanatory why useful. Crit damage 50%, but for everything. So this Tesla Science is useful. Not as good as 100%, obviously, but works with everything. So more universal. Unarmed and knife damage. Not any... I don't know if anyone is running knives, but unarmed, yeah, people do run unarmed. 25% useful. Lastly, chance to avoid damage from explosions. There is more Unstoppables magazines with chance to avoid damage, but explosions will be the particularly annoying one, so I would make it more useful than other. You could count that other Unstoppables kind of useful. And now, a quick overview for all the magazines. So if you are looking for any particular, you can see damage versus Smilux, so not very useful. Then there is scope gun, damage versus ghouls, disease chance. Most of them not listed anyway because there is no use case for most of those effects. Kind of alien blaster damage a little bit or cryolator damage, but still better off running in VATS with crit damage. That's why not listed. So some of them you may consider like tier D, like barely useful. Food, drink, disease chance, like why would you do that? Like why would you particularly need this kind of an effect? But those are all the magazines, all of them, useful or not. I wish one day maybe we'll get those magazines to be useful, every single one of them. Currently it is not, so I'm just going over a quick overview for all the magazines after I showed you already what are the best ones that you should be on the lookout for. I like the covers for the magazine. They look really cool. The magazine style, like it. There is so many and so cool ones. If you just stop and read some of the things they say on the magazines, this is hilarious too. I'm really enjoying my collection now of all the magazines. By the way, do you have all the magazines? Did you manage to collect them? And how long did it took you to collect every single magazine? As in my case, that was over 5 years. Yeah, I know it's possible to do faster, but yeah. It requires a lot of dedication. At least in the past, it required lots of dedication to do it faster. Now it's easier. You can run lots and lots of raids, open the packages, and get all the magazines. Here they are. Tumblers today, the most useless ones. Do anyone need lockpicking sweet spot? No. The answer is no. A lot of cool magazines about stealth, but unfortunately, age of stealth and followed is somehow over. Bethesda decided to kill it. When you would benefit from stealth the most, it's forbidden by Todd, and you cannot sneak. Just no, regardless how many stealth boys and magazines you would use. So this is the full collection, all the magazines that I managed to gather. I hope you enjoyed the showcase and the tier list. If I miss your favorite magazine, tell me what that is and why you consider it a top choice if it's not on my list. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching and see you all in the next one.